When we see the breathtakingly beautiful and bizarre pictures of the cosmos, we fall into the universe's depth, dumbfounded by all the objects that the massive, and I mean supermassive universe holds within. Most of these amazing pictures are taken by the Hubble Space Telescope and many other observatories, but mainly the Hubble. The Hubble telescope is as big as a large school bus. It has a 2.5-meter mirror along with other devices, and it uses all of them to capture these beautiful images. It's like a servant to the field of astronomy, showing astronomers like the corners of the universe, from galaxies to planets to stars, everything. And it's safe to say that this is NASA's finest research tool until now. Hello everyone and welcome to Astro Roxy. I'm going to mention Hubble telescope again a few times in the video, but this is not about the Hubble telescope. This video is about the James Webb Space Telescope, or Webb telescope in short, the successor to the Hubble telescope and the future of space imaging. The Webb telescope was originally known as NGST, the Next Generation Space Telescope, and then it was renamed after James E. Webb, who was the second administrator of NASA, and he also played an important role in the Apollo program. It is a joint mission between NASA, ESA, and CSA. Development of Webb telescope began back in 1996, and it was announced that it will be launched in 2007. But due to several snags and the complete redesign of the mission, it was later postponed to many years. It finally completed its construction in 2016, and it underwent a whole testing phase, and it was announced finally that it will be launched in 2020 March, but as we all know, it's still not launched. There have been several reasons. Sometimes it has to do with the telescope or its equipments. Sometimes it has to do with the rocket itself. Recently, the pandemic also has been one of the reasons. Now, the last date was 22 December, at the time of the shooting of this video. But the next date is 24th December. So, on the eve of Christmas, this is the time that this telescope will be finally launched to space. The telescope will be launched aboard Ariane 5 rocket from Europe's spaceport. The location is special because as it's close to the equator, the spin of the Earth will be giving an additional push to the rocket. About 6 to 7 months later, the telescope would have reached its destination and opened up, ready to go, and then it will be operated by the Space Telescope Science Institute. Now coming to the features, the primary mirror of the Webb telescope is 6.5 meters wide. Remember Hubble? It's approximately 3 times wider than that. In telescopes, the bigger, the better. It is made up of 18 hexagonal shaped gold Prater mirrors, which look like a honeycomb. But why exactly a honeycomb shape? The honeycomb arrangement allows Webb to have a very large surface area without having a lot of dead space in between. As I said, in terms of telescopes, the bigger, the better. Now, apart from the outside layer of gold, the mirrors of the Webb telescope are actually made of beryllium. What's so special about beryllium? Let's see. Beryllium is one of the lightest metals, far lighter than aluminium. And when it comes to launching anything into space, lighter things are better. Because if we launch something heavy compared to something light, that will require much more fuel and things can get a lot of expensive. Apart from this, it is also very strong. It is 6 times stronger than steel, and it does not change its shape or size in extremely cold temperatures. So that is also a very good thing, because the Webb telescope will be using its mirror to observe some of the faintest galaxies, and it will be really cold out there. So all these different elements make beryllium the best choice to use in this telescope. Now, sending a telescope to space sounds cool, but it's also risky. So why exactly is NASA sending this telescope to space and not just keeping it somewhere here on Earth? I mean, the sky near my home is very clear, it's dark. Why don't we just have it here? Why is it being launched into space? So this is really important. This depends on the light that the telescope is going to observe. In case of Webb, this is going to be infrared light. What is infrared? So if you have something like a TV remote, And if you look at it, you'll see when you press the keys, you don't see much of a signal like a light. But if you point it towards the camera, you can see that there's always a light. So what exactly is this? So this is the infrared. Now we can see the infrared not through our eyes. Our eyes are not really made for observing infrared, but our cameras can easily pick it up. But the problem is the atmosphere of Earth does not allow the infrared to pass through it. It just blocks it completely. So if a galaxy is emitting infrared, if it's visible in only infrared, then our telescope is not going to observe it. So if we have the Webb telescope here on Earth, we're not going to observe that galaxy because its light is just completely blocked by the atmosphere. That is why we need to send the telescope to space, away from all the atmosphere, any blockage, so that it has a very free view of the universe. It can observe anything it wants to observe. By the way, many galaxies which are near to our galaxy are very easily visible from optical telescopes which are here on Earth, because these galaxies are nearby. These lie in the visible wavelengths, or the optical wavelengths, which are generally from violet all up to the red. So the Vibgyor that we know, all these colors we can easily see. But when it comes to infrared, the infrared is something that is possessed by the galaxies which are very far away. So these galaxies are, first of all, their light is fainter, it's very far away, and these galaxies are also very old. Now that is a very tricky thing. And how does it happen? So the galaxies which are very far away, when their light was coming to us, even though it was initially in somewhere in the visible spectrum, either it was blue in color or yellow in color or red in color, over the years, because their light has been traveling billions of years, the space has expanded, the universe is expanding, so their light is now red shifted. What that means is they are no longer in the visible spectrum, so we cannot observe it from a telescope that is only made to observe the optical light. And that is where telescopes like Webb come into play, because these are specially made to observe the infrared, and it cannot be observed from here on Earth, so we have to send them into space. Along with the primary mirror, the telescope also consists 4 different instruments specially designed to observe in infrared. The overall mass of the telescope is 6500 kgs, that's about 4 to 5 cars. Scientists say that the telescope is going to be 100 times stronger and advanced than Hubble Space Telescope. That is why it's also known as its successor. And the Webb telescope is made to work for 10 years or so, but the Hubble Space Telescope has been working since 30 years now. So why exactly is Hubble 30 and this only 10? That has to do with where is this telescope going into space. Unlike Hubble, it cannot be repaired if something goes wrong. Now, what's so special about this place? We are going to discuss in the next part of the video. In that part, I'm also going to discuss the different objectives of the mission. But that is going to come out when the mission has successfully launched into space, not before that. Because as you know, it has been postponing, and I do not want to record this video once again. So for now, the telescope is set to launch on Christmas Eve, 24th December. Fingers crossed this is the last date and no more postpones after this. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Here's a fun fact. Do you use sunscreens? Something like this. So they have SPF of 30, 40, 50, even 100 if you spend a lot of money on it. Now, all this to basically save your skin from the harmful effects of the sun. Now, why does it matter, and why am I talking about Neutrogena? This video is obviously not sponsored by them. So hear me out. So the Webb telescope has a 5-layered sun shield to protect itself from the sun rays. For comparison, this sun shield blocks out 99.999999% of the sun's rays. That is equal to, friends, 1 million SPF. 1 million SPF. What's this? 50? It's useless. 50 is useless. 1 million SPF. That's the target.